Oh man, we in the building. I can't hear you.
I
Can
think
you hear
I
me?
think I'm here
Oh, there
now.
we
Am
go.
I here?
Period.
Hey, I was talking up the storm. Shout out to live. Shout out to being live.
Period.
And being fluid and being it's still being fluid. What's good? What's good? What's happening?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. This is round two or three. I don't know. I feel like we've had a bunch
Three,
of different
baby.
conversations.
Three.
This is round three. Hey, keep counting. We got 300 more. Let's go.
Okay. Forever
um,
though.
yeah, we working, man. We working. We down here in the A. But shout out to everybody that's up here rocking with us on the platform. And
Absolutely.
that's it, man. What you getting into today?
Um, sipping some wine, enjoying some fluid conversations. What about you?
Some Yeah, me too. Fluid conversation time for sure. Good conversation. About to talk about a couple of things, some crazy stuff going on that impacts us all. And then I'm going downtown to do or participate in an event. It's
Oh,
a mental health event or group inside a barbershop. What goes on in the barbershop stays in the barbershop. It's about accountability, and yeah, we get in there with the
shout out to the
young men, and
barbershops.
yeah, we tell our war stories, and hopefully, help some people out, wake some people up.
I mean, it
That's
will,
my
because some people need to hear it
yeah, man. We working. That's it.
respectfully.
You know. Um,
That's a
man, I want to get
vibe, though. How many
yeah,
guys
man.
is it?
I don't know. I don't know. This is the first monthly meeting that I'll be at. They do this once a month.
Okay.
I haven't been to an actual month. I've just been to events. So yeah, it's
Look,
BMI Black Men.
networking.
Shout out to them, and we working.
Shout out to them
Oh,
for the many to hear it, and you never know. Some interviews is right. Like, yo, I need to hear that.
indeed, man. I want to get into it, man. I want to get your thoughts on one of the topics. Getting straight into it, man. With this artificial
Let's dive in.
intelligence,
Ooh,
what are your thoughts? Yeah, what are your thoughts on artificial intelligence? Your thoughts on just everything, Chat GT or whatever it's called. People are having, having
AI.
their AI respond to DMs and all types of stuff. Like, what are your thoughts on that? The jobs, they're
I'm
taking
scared of
jobs.
it.
You scared of it?
I'm scared. They already taking jobs. They got a server, and they got a server at a restaurant here in Georgia, and they have a Sam's Club that the little things that the big ass thing that people used to push to like clean the floors. It do it by
Yeah.
itself.
Oh yeah.
Like Texas
Yeah.
got a McDonald's that can do it by yourself, and it's like I'm just trying to go live off the planet. So I just want to live off just in some land real quick because I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I'm scared.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm not into it.
yeah. We went to Checkers to the drive-through to grab a burger real quick, and it was an automated voice. It was an artificial intelligence voice taking the order, and they was spot
Oh my
on.
God.
Yeah, the customer service was amazing with the artificial intelligence. It was crazy. And then um another restaurant we went, you talking about Atlanta, we went to Hibachi, this spot called like Volcano, and they got a robot that brings you food, rolls up to you, brings you food, sets like yeah.
It's
So
it's
yeah.
scary.
They said Walmart's are gonna be fully automated.
Amazon gonna go
Like no,
first. Amazon gonna be first.
yeah,
Amazon
that's
gonna
a
be
lot of jobs.
first. The warehouse jobs, you might as well pack it up. While you sitting here trying to build a pension, that's why you need to get up out of here. Them fast food jobs. If you look at places in Tokyo and stuff, they already cook it. They already do it right there. It's a vending machine already doing it. We late. So when it hits here, if you don't got your own business, it's over with. And then if you have your own business, still, how's it gonna work without? Man, that sounds crazy. They're already trying to get rid of cash and do card and stuff like that. Like, I
Ain't that so?
honestly,
They got Fed now. That's a banking app that's similar to Cash App, and
yeah,
the government already created their own digital currency, the
yeah,
central banking something whatever CBDC.
yeah. I saw
So
that. I saw
how
that.
you get money? How do you get money 10 years from now? Everybody, but you
But
gotta stay
money
ahead
ain't
with your
really.
hustle
It ain't
right
never
now.
been. It's never been about cash though. That's the real tea. If we ain't learned nothing from Donald Trump, we learned one thing, and he never used cash. He used credit. White people
Oh
don't
yeah,
use
we
their
know that.
own money, so he wasn't using his own money. Cash
Right,
don't mean shit. That's literally what we say. We learned that paper comes from a tree. It's just a fucking piece of paper. I mean, a freaking piece of paper.
right.
So it's like
Well, they got. I mean, you
it's
gotta
like
have a
cash.
job.
Cash
Yeah,
don't mean nothing no more. And I learned that here in Georgia. You can be.
yeah.
You used to be able to give a landlord cash. Boom, first month rent and security cash, and then you can move in. Now they don't care about that. You can give them cash. They still want bank statements. They want to know if you gonna keep getting money. They gonna want to know how you getting money. They want your kidney and your heart. Like now it don't matter. So if you ain't doing it on your own, you kind of SOL. You relying on a job that you know is gonna be replaced. There's cars that drive for themselves. Tesla drives.
Oh yeah, semis. They got yeah.
That's
You gotta find. You
crazy.
gotta have multiple hustles.
I'm scared. Like I want to have knowledge of it, but I just don't. I don't want to be a part of it. But it's like you have to pick a choice. But I just want to be able to survive if things go crazy and people
Yeah,
out here trying to rob places. I just want to be able to survive. Like
yeah.
I'm trying to
There's a
build me
lot.
a little bunker or something.
Yeah, no question. Like get off the grid. Be somewhere where I gotta. You. I'll see you coming if you come in. Like
I see you
I'm with the.
far away and I'm already set up.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the nature anyway. I'm tired of living in the city.
I mean, what's the
It's
point?
okay. Yeah, I'm
They
tired,
taxing
man. I'm
us. We
tired.
can't even breathe without them charging us an arm and a leg. It's false
Is
reality.
is it stressful on that note? Like you just talking about, you said you scared of the AI.
Mm.
Are you worried about like everything else, like what they doing with China and Russia and the wars and what they doing with the money in the U.S. dollar? Like you said, money don't mean nothing. That
Yeah, cash don't
like
mean nothing.
how hard is it to plan a future when it look that crazy? Does it become? Because I know sometimes I'll be like, hey, it could all go left. Like, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy, none of that. But I'm just watching. I'm just
But
paying
me
attention.
too. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, it could go like this.
Like, it really could.
um,
Like,
um, if it get push come to shove and it gets really bad with a place like China, it's the only place I'll probably be like. I mean, I'll be scared like Russia or something like that. I'm not really a politic person, but I
yeah,
am like a
pay
I be
attention.
tapping in. So if it was like a time where it got crazy with China, I'm building a bunker. Like they gonna blow
I'm
us
going
up
home,
all the way
people.
from China. The biggest we get everything from them. They smart as hell, they advanced. We're Asia, period. It's like literally they are so far advanced. I watched this guy that they don't even get tips out there. They feel like it's an insult for you to tip them. They already making the bread. But it's like, bro, I
The
just
culture is different.
I
We don't know.
respectfully, if I don't get a bunker, I'm moving up out of here. Like, put me somewhere foreign. But I'm like, that's why I don't get like people that get these money, all these celebrities that get all this money. So they say, oh, whatever. It's like, why is nobody building bunkers? Because I
Probably
would
y'all,
build a
man.
bunker,
Yeah,
at
they
least
might,
built,
man.
huh?
Somebody because you got them people trying to get to the moon and everything. They trying to get to the moon for a reason.
They trying to get to the moon, but I'm talking about us. Yeah, I got
Oh,
all these chains and stuff can be the same amount for a bunker. I would,
yeah,
man, if
heck
I
yeah,
got a
yeah,
check
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
I would build a
I'm
bunker for any time. Like,
yeah.
I only, you know what?
Yeah,
You remember MTV Cribs?
yeah.
They used to have extreme cribs, and I only learned this from that. And this dude had a fucking bunker, and it was crazy. It was like below the feet where if an atomic bomb hit, but it was
Something happened.
like all the non-perishables. He had it set up where if the sunlight not coming in, how he can grow. Like, what? I'm building a bunker.
So you like I just wonder. I'm about to switch it up on, but before I leave this topic, man, like what do they expect people to do though, as they're cutting jobs and there's already a recession? I just wonder, like,
Have
is
your own
it by the
business.
huh?
Have your own business.
You better, you better
Have your
start
own
something.
business. And if it fails, learn how to survive without it. Like, I want to know how to survive without it. If these phones get cut off and I'm just stuck, I want to know, like, okay, this plant, I can eat this. I could grow
Yeah,
seeds from this.
survivalist.
Like,
Yeah,
they know we're going to go downhill. That's what it
yeah,
is. Technology is so crazy that it's scary.
yeah,
People was paying for a blue check before they was even paying for their bills.
yeah. Facts. It's a
So
weird.
it's
It's weird. I always
it's
say, man.
weird. It's weird. And when that shit shut down, we laugh at Wally, the cartoon. We watch at or watch all these movies that show you what will happen. You think it's funny?
Good.
That shit real.
It could. Technology is definitely dumbing us out. I feel like it's a double-edged sword, but for the most part, it's more evil than good for me. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
feel like when COVID hit and people was becoming smart, they was relying on themselves. They wasn't caring about the government. They said, "Let me just splash a little bit of internet in there," and they gave us TikTok. And they said,
That's
"Let me
when
just
TikTok started going. Yeah,
yes." They said, "Let me just dazzle a little bit of toxic shit with a little bit of dancing, with a little bit of what can catch their eye," and that's what
yeah.
happened. It was like,
So
"Oh, they doing too good."
let me ask you this, because last night we was up here, we was talking about me and Mo and relation up here talking about relationships, and you talking about COVID, and this is one of the questions they asked the platform. We ain't get to go up there and bring to the platform, but was dating different before versus after COVID? Somebody asked that question. We ain't get to get
Damn, I
into
wish
that.
I would have saw that. Um, for me, it was. This is the best way to say this. Was it worse before or after? I think it was. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because it's like. I mean, then it was like okay, whatever. But I mean, during COVID, it's like a dude just want to spend time. But the bad thing is about spending too much time with a man is like sometimes they don't really want a relationship. Then you get cuffing in your mind and stuff. So it's like too much time will build a relationship because you're not doing anything else during COVID that can make a relationship that could be toxic as fuck and trauma bonding like crazy. And it's like you don't want to go outside. This is for the people that going out. That's not going outside. Me, I was single for a minute. When I first moved here, I was single for a solid year before I got into a relationship. So dating was hell. Um, because I'm not looking at things at a different light. So many men they got hooked on the social media. We had people like Kevin Samuels. We had influencers on podcasts. Men speaking crazy. Some men speaking the truth. And men was getting manipulated, and they was all in their head. Now it's like you start dating during COVID. Now they want a wife that cook and clean every day and work. That don't even make sense. Why we can't
Right,
balance?
right.
Like,
You got to work 2 jobs.
what's wrong with 50-50? Like, why I gotta be, why I gotta, and sometimes it's not even always gonna be 50-50. That's the thing.
Right,
When it becomes that out of order ratio, some people don't know how to carry that weight. And that's what was going on during COVID too. It's like, I ain't got time for this. Man was like this. You thought they was nonchalant before. They didn't give a fuck. Now, they didn't even care. So, the dating was pretty bad. It was it's still bad. I'm single now, so
You think it's because like communication got
Yeah,
or because of technology? You think that's really what's going
communication.
on?
It starts with communication.
Yeah,
And what comes with communication is understanding. Sometimes
yeah,
men look at it as an attack. Their favorite line is like, "I'm always doing something wrong. I can't do nothing right." It's like, bro, just because somebody's if you effectively communicate, you'll realize your shorty ain't gonna bring it up mad times. So you bring up like three things out of the 2, 3 years y'all been together, and you simply like, I can't do that right. It's just you in your head. Like it's the barrier of communication. And we too
yeah,
grown now. We too old now. We got too much knowledge now for you to sit here and say all that shit that we heard before.
yeah.
Like
True.
I ain't getting no. You got all the communication. You got help. You got women tell you can get help. There's women that's there for you. There's women that's not there for you. There's men there for you. You have all this knowledge. So you can't sit here and say back in the day you couldn't communicate. That's okay. Go get some help. Figure it
Yeah,
out. Can't say you ain't know then. I can see then you didn't know. But now, I don't even want to hear it.
yeah. You got access to plenty of material,
You
books. You can
do.
get on YouTube. Like you can literally get on YouTube and learn anything. You want to know how to
Because,
effectively communicate or information on how to, yeah,
or just
practice
be
it.
quiet and listen and see how good it goes.
Pay
Without
attention.
sitting here saying, damn, I already did something wrong. Or without thinking in your head. You gotta literally open up your mind before you open up your mouth.
Yeah.
And I only learned that from because I used to be the person that you couldn't tell me shit. My man
Right.
couldn't tell me nothing. He couldn't tell. I mean, I just because, but I'm like, you couldn't tell me anything. And then I had to realize, like every good conversation has a pause in it. Like I want to talk, you listen, and then you respond. If you already got a response off the bat, you ain't even listening to anything I'm saying. That's why I keep going back and back and back. That's why it made me feel like it's a back to back to back. You ain't even listening. You already know what
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna say before you even say it.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I gotta say for the fellas too. I think sometimes, in my opinion,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say me. I'm just gonna talk about me. I tend to try to be more fact driven. Like when we're having a conversation, and a
Yeah,
lot of times when emotions get involved, it's over with. And I think that's another play. I think it's both sides. You
I
know, you got
bet.
guys that don't want to listen because of ego or pride, or they
Yeah,
don't want. But I also think that sometimes our significant other, the people we rock, like it just be like they don't hear us because now they on go to and they want to be heard, and that's what it is. Like if you can't
but fact
communicate,
driven is only based off of one fact. That's not
yeah,
based off both people. So that's just like saying if your partner comes to you with a problem, in your mind, you logically feeling like that's not a problem. You taking it too serious. But you ain't even think
oh
about they
no,
serious.
no, that's not what I mean at all. Not
So
at
what you
all.
mean?
Oh, I just mean like I don't know. Hey, we should go get the oil change at Jiffy Lube. And I'll be like, nah, we need to get the oil change at Walmart because it's $4 cheaper. Let me show you. Well, why we
Okay,
gotta do that?
that's a good example, but let's break it into relationship wise. What's the
Well, I think
conversation that's fact driven that you feel like gets misunderstood?
that's an example for me, that's real relationship. When you're in a relationship every day, you guys are doing stuff, you got vehicles, you got house, stuff like that. So
Hmm.
that's a real example. And I know that's one of the things um we just had to work on communication. And she
Yeah,
self-admitted, I got 80 more things. I got 1,000 more things I got to work on. But this is something she doesn't mind talking about when she said
yeah,
she's so used to not having a man lead at all that even when I did it with good intentions, she kind of had a wall up because she
yeah,
was so used to guys doing it with wrong intentions.
yeah,
So that was a real thing, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
There's been times where she'll bring something to me, and I'll have a whole plan, and she'll come in here and be like, boom, and I'll be like, dang, I did all that just so you could have, you know what I'm saying? So it's two ways, but
I
you
think
know,
it's understanding for me. See, I
yeah,
could
it's
chat
knowing
your
who.
head off, but if you don't understand where I'm coming from, what's the word? It's comprehension.
Right.
It's comprehending your partner, right? It's not, yeah, we're gonna have ups and downs. It's not a tit for tat. It's just like, yeah, I'm upset, but it's not, it's how you react when you're upset. It's like,
Yeah.
if I'm talking to you and I'm telling you how I feel and you dismiss it, then it will make it bigger than what it is. Instead of saying like, well, you should have this and this and this, instead of saying that, you could have said, well, I understand how you feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people bring up stuff that don't even have nothing to do with it. It's like a tit for tat. It's like, it's just, communication is key, but I could talk your head off, and a lot of men don't like that. So the real
Yeah.
thing is, do he understand where you're coming from? That's how it works. If he
Yeah.
understands where you're coming from, it might not be in that moment, but maybe he sent a text like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Maybe we should do this and this. That's still understanding where I came from.
Yeah.
It's understanding without thinking
I
it's a
agree.
tit for tat. It's not an argument. It's like, I understand where you're coming from. Boom.
Yeah. I've seen it all, man. And not talking about anybody I know present day, but I've
Yeah.
seen it where I know a lot of times guys feel like they're not heard in their relationships. Like they always got to do
Mm.
what makes their girl happy, and they just give
But
up on
why?
communication.
But why?
Um, I think because
Why do
there's a
they
lot
sit
of men
past
that.
it?
I think
Why do they
because
sit past it?
there are a lot of men that feel like they're not heard. Uh,
Yeah.
generally, generally,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the guys that get up
For
every
sure.
day, go to work, whether they're sick, they change the time, whatever's going on. Generally,
Yeah.
a man, he's on call. He got a break, just
Yeah.
like his woman is. It's two-way, but I
Right.
think we've just been trained. We've seen it with our fathers or our uncles, and instead of talking and communicating, we just become numb. We're not heard. It doesn't go our way. We always got to make what makes them happy, and then we start going to the bar. We do whatever. That's what happens a lot of
Which
times,
is
not all the
true.
time.
No, but
Sometimes
that's
it's
very much true. Which is that's true. Absolutely. Men don't feel like they heard. But if you are with a woman that you feel like you're being heard from, it still
yeah,
taints it. You still taint it. You still mess it up. So it's like, if you're
not
not being
always.
heard, if you're in a situationship or with a girl that you're not being heard back to back to back, why stay around? It's way
Yeah,
more than sex, and it's way more other things. But if you
yeah,
with a woman that you can, okay, the community, it's just, I guess it goes back to the barrier, but it's like, you heard, baby, we hear you.
yeah,
We hear you. A man gonna lead. We gonna respect our man to lead for sure. But that doesn't mean lead just because you just step in. It's lead off energy too. If you feed, or if you feed right to your shoulder, she gonna plant that tree right for you as well. She's gonna open up those barriers for you to be able to communicate. Now, if you feel uncomfortable when you communicate and you want to lead a situation or you want to mess it up because you're not used to it, then that's what the problem is. It's that they're not used to it. You got somebody that hear you out. There's women that will hear you, and then there's women that will not hear you. There's women that will abuse you. That goes both ways with the women and the men. So you married. You knew.
yeah.
And I'm sure there was
My
so many people that before you was like, I don't even want to do this with you. But you
yeah.
knew that was the one.
But even when I hear because when I hear y'all listen to your experiences, like my experiences were never like that. Like with
Yeah.
communication, all that. I've been blessed. You know what I'm saying? I had misunderstandings with people, but that's been one of my strong suits in relationships. And I
But
mean
you a
in life,
tiger.
huh?
You want to bite. You bite first and ask questions later.
No, I mean it depends. I think you have to be assertive when it comes to who you are. In this world, you have to be, right? But
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I don't bring that. But I'm just saying in relationships,
Yeah.
when my women, the people that I've been in relationships in the past, and presently with my wife, man, that's been one of my strong suits, man. And there's a lot of men that do know how to communicate, but there's a lot of baggage that sometimes gets brought to the table because
Yeah,
women haven't
that's
been
true.
in
Because a
relationships
man
with
can
men.
talk and
Yeah.
you can chop
And
your head off
but the thing
and
is,
don't be talking about nothing.
Yeah, and vice
and
versa. You
vice
know,
versa. Because there's
yeah,
women that do the same thing. It's
yeah.
women
There's
that
no
expect things from men that they don't even have at home. So it's like you expect all these things, and you don't even have in your mental aura, your whole space. You want somebody to
yeah.
talk to you, but you ain't even willing to communicate back. It goes both ways with these conversations for sure. And I
Man,
think that's like
I'm so glad I found my person.
I'm
And
happy
this is
you
what I
did
say
too.
too. To anybody that's never been married before, there is a
Me.
difference. Right. So
Talk about it.
I'm
It's a difference.
yeah, I'm listening to MJ. This is my homegirl. I don't necessarily agree with everything, but I get why she's saying what because marriage is a completely different thing. And man, if you can find somebody that's good and you can build, because the beauty in marriage is when you're locked in with a person, you don't got to figure it out right then. You can go sit on the couch. She can go sit on the deck and listen to the birds chirp. We talk about it tomorrow. You know, it's because we locked in.
Y'all
If we
figure it
locked
out
in,
together.
ain't switching up. You know what I'm saying? Um, but man, I feel I see what's going on. That's
I
tricky.
mean,
That's
I
tough.
love it. I
That's
love
hard
it.
to
That's why
navigate
y'all
out
keep going.
there.
That-
Woo, man, I'm
Show
so
people what real love is about. The ups and the downs too.
yeah.
You
That's
feel
what we
me?
all.
Show people that it's not just a ring. It's a
Yeah,
marriage. It's not just a wedding. This is a bond.
yeah.
You feel me?
That's
People don't understand that.
hey, and shout out, we've got couples counseling in effect. My wife's got the Prison Wife Chronicles. Y'all know we do the support groups for the all the married folk and the single people as well, where we talk about all the ugly stuff. You can email me here, cwillers at ignite-justice.com. Last week we talked about toxic communication from females, where the females actually spoke about that. And it was fire. The men didn't say anything at all. We just sat there and listened. Um, so yeah, we got that going on. Shout out to everybody that's here with Fluid Conversations. MJ, what you got going on? Urban Media Network, girl
Oh
MJ, all that stuff.
man, Urban Media Network. We are
And I
on
see
the
pictures everywhere. Tell people
yo.
where they can
We
find all
outside.
that.
We outside. Sims, my die hard. I feel like my bloodline.
Shout out.
He's the yin to my yang. Always up with us. He's literally the veins in my string. Like he's me. He's the
That's
best cameraman ever, the best mentor, the best friend. But Urban Media is taking off. We are on to our next location, our next new location. I cannot tell you yet because I gotta surprise you. But we
what's up.
just left the bomb.com Lasting Layers of Beauty Institute. So we had a great time there. We got a few more, honestly, episodes that's going to be dropping there before we even get to the new location. So that's the only reason why I cannot drop the new location because we still have support where we at.
Right. Well, I
Lasting Layers
appreciate
of
that.
Beauty Institute. And so we are tapping in. You guys gotta tap in. It's going up. We got him posted. We got Sir Khan. He's a rapper, artist. He already posted his video. We were ready. We didn't even drop it. He ready. Like I'm ready. All right, as you should. He wanted previews and everything. So make sure you guys tap in not only to the artist but to the location as well. That's why we do it. That's my MJ. That's my baby. Yeah, girl MJ back in modeling. Y'all see these couple pictures, but yeah, ain't ready for what's next. So yeah, I'm just tapping in and Fluid Conversations, the best place to be where you can chop it up, have a good vibe, talk some real stuff. And we're gonna be doing pre-shows. So if you ain't
Yeah.
think of my child. If you ain't that show, then you need to be at the pre-show. It's like the
Pre-game
red
warm up.
carpet.
Yep. IG, we on IG for the pre-games, man.
Yeah.
Same IGs at The100Tv, at your girl MJ. We always on her page, on her side on IG. Because my IG is no, I need to get my IG game right. That's all I know.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do either IG, we're gonna do Facebook, we're gonna bounce back and forth. So wherever
Yeah,
wherever we feel like the vibe is at, we gonna be at.
that's what it is.
You gonna get your IG up. Just
Yeah,
start
man.
going live.
It's good for business, for networking, and just that's what I'm learning, man. It's bigger than just fly pictures and outfits. Like I met some dope
Absolutely.
individuals out there, man.
Period.
So yeah, we out. Time to go. I'm going back to work as we speak, man. I'm going
Yeah, I'm about
downtown.
to run to but we'll wait till you end it. But you guys tap into Fluid Conversations because we up, baby.
We up, man. Peace. Till next time. We out.
Ooh. Ooh.
Peace.